Hello again, E39 source. Colton here with my 2001 540i6. It's been a long time since I've said that, and this car has been through a lot, and I've been through a lot since I've said that. Before I get into this, let me say the car is in dire need of a hand wash, and it needs wax, and it needs a lot done to it, and it needs some buffing work as swirl scratches have returned over the winter. And this car is in its pre-spring cleanup, post-winter mode right now, where in Ohio, Northeast Ohio, the harsh winter has just broken, and we are finally done with snow. And I can finally say that with confidence because it snowed a few days ago, and it is currently April 17th, I believe. So here's the car, the 540, and I'm going to get into what this car has had happen to it over the winter, what I want to do to it in the near future, what I want to do to it in the more distant future, some updates, what's been going on with the car, and a little bit of what's been going on with me. You may have noticed that during the winter, I hit a pothole, and this fog light is no longer. Not only the fog light, but the bumper and the lower fender liner on this side is no longer. It's actually broken into pieces in a bag in my closet. Hit a pothole, hit this corner of the bumper here. Pothole was about 6 to 8 inches deep. Somehow didn't destroy the suspension on this side, and broke the fender liner up, then drove over the fender liner. So that's that. Car needs a new front bumper and a fender liner on this side. The belly pan and the fender liner on this side are fine. The belly pan, however, I believe is missing its oil drain plug plate gap, cap that goes on the bottom of it. So I'll either have to buy one of those or just be missing it for a while until I can find one for sale on the forums. Wheels and tires. The rears are currently running winter tires, and the fronts are running the Kumho All Seasons that I bought the car with. They are pretty much down to the wear bars and ready for replacement at any time. I'll get into that in a minute as to what I'm going to do with that. As far as rust is concerned, in the Northeast Ohio area, they use a lot of salt on the roads when they're not supposed to, and when they need the salt, they never do. So, rust. Well, this is the worst spot of rust on the entire car, and it's gotten a lot worse this winter, as you can see right there. This door on the lower side right here has rust along the entire edge, starting here, moving back. I'm not worried about that. That door has that scrape in it. I will be replacing that. This door has a little tiny bit of rust starting on that corner. It does not look to have eaten too much of the metal away though, so I will probably sand that down, get all the surface rust off it, then touch it up with a little bit of touch-up paint for the jet black 540, and see how that holds up. As far as this rocker panel is concerned, this is going to need a shop to repair it. What that's going to need is probably from about here back, the metal to be cut out, new metal put in, welded in, and painted up. It's in pretty rough shape. I'm not even going to get into that too far, but you can see that's gotten significantly worse in the salt this winter. When I get that done, I will probably have already replaced this door, and what I will do is have the guy at the shop finish taking out these scrape marks in through here. And that will take most of the body damage out of this car. That fender, that door replaced. Then the only body damage I will have from the previous owner will be this small dent over here and the dent in the driver's door. Driver's door panel will be replaced, and this dent will be repaired at some time in the future. It's not really that big of an issue right now for me, but this car almost will have a straight body after I get some of these panels replaced, get that rust fixed, and get that right there worked on. Over the winter, somehow, somewhere, the rear bumper broke right here. Not a big deal. I always planned to replace that with a M-spec part, make it look a little bit better, run 4 exhaust tips out the back in the future. So that's not a big deal for me, but that also happened sometime this winter, and I have no idea how that happened. To the wheels. These wheels will be my winter wheels in the future. I am buying Ryan's Style 65s off his 2000 M5 because he is replacing his wheels. I'm not sure if he mentioned that on E39 Source yet, but that is what is happening. I've actually already bought them. I just haven't swapped them onto this car yet, but I will be getting his tires with those, and those will last me through the summer, and then I'll put these wheels back on next winter, running these same winter tires in the back, and then I'll probably buy either winter tires for the front or a new set of all seasons. First change you notice when you get inside is the addition of a hardwired V1. Moving down, you notice M5 door panels were added. Very nice. When you look at the instrument cluster, you'll notice, if I can get my key out of my pocket, this car rolled 240,000 miles last month. The seats are still in rough shape. They will need to be replaced. And the floor mats, I'm still running my winter BMW floor mats in here. Moving around to the trunk, you'll notice that over the winter, M subs were added. That helps with audio immensely. Very nice upgrade. If anyone's thinking about doing that has DSP, I highly recommend it. Now, everyone wants to know mechanics of a car that just rolled 240,000 miles. As most of you know, I bought this car with 226,000 miles on the clock back in September of 2012. And I didn't really start driving it until last May, so 11 months ago. In 11 months, I put, 14,000 miles on it. In those 14,000 miles, I had a little bit too much fun, and I currently have a suspended license. This car is not getting many miles put on it right now whatsoever. That will change come August 15th. However, for the time being, like I said, it's in a resting period, not getting many miles put on it. With that being said, the money I'm saving in gas I can spend on other things, such as fixing and repairing the vehicle. Really the only mechanical thing that I've been having issues with, besides an out of balanced wheel, one of the front wheels is out of balance, I believe it's this one, and brake rotors needing to be replaced, brake rotors and pads, is a belt squeak. And yes, I know this engine bay is very dirty right now. However, this is what it looks like after a winter in northeastern Ohio. So I'm just being real here. I have a belt squeak coming from somewhere on the right side of the engine, midway down to the bottom. I'm thinking it's either the belt tensioner pulleys, belt tensioner, the serpentine belt itself, maybe the power steering pulley. I don't believe it's the alternator bearing. It could be the alternator pulley. Now here's something interesting. When this first started occurring, when the temperature was above 45-50 degrees, I could put a little bit of water down here, and the water on the belt would cause the pulley squeak to go away for up to 2 days. And it would run like that, and it would slowly come back after about 36 hours. Now, when I do that same thing I used to do, put a little bit of water on the pulleys, it goes away for about 2 or 3 minutes and then comes back. So I don't know exactly what's happening, what's going on with that. It's a very annoying squeak. I will let you listen to it now. It sounds like it's coming from somewhere right down in that general vicinity. Around the alternator, around the power steering pump, or the belt tensioner pulleys for the main serpentine belt. Like I said, if I put a little bit of water on the belts, that will go away for 3 to 5 minutes. It used to go away for 2 days. So I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. You can still hear, even with the hood closed, it's very loud. Makes the car sound bad. When that goes away, the car sounds incredible in my eyes. When that's there, it sounds like a cheap piece of shit. So I would like to get rid of that. If anyone has any ideas or any better ideas of what that might be, let me know. Any more tests I could run to narrow that down, because I'd like to get rid of that permanently in the near future. When I do a cleanup of this car, I'll put my M plate frame back on. I'm going to be replacing the front bumper and the wheels very soon. You can hear. That just sounds horrible, doesn't it? Anyways, there's the car. It's had a few changes done since you've seen it last. I've had a few things happen in my life, but things will be happening in the future. E39 Source is growing immensely. As most of you know, I am one of the original founders of E39 Source. I've been out of the scene for a little while. I've had a lot going on in my life, but I want to get back to the community. I miss being with you guys. I miss being with the forum, and I want to get back to it. So look forward to many more videos in the future. And by the way, you just hear that electrical whine. My car's always had that. It goes away after 1 or 2 minutes after running. Not exactly sure what that is. I think it's supposed to be there, but I've never been able to find a fan or a motor that would cause that. So you hear that shut off a few minutes ago. Scroll back in the video, you'll hear it turn off. Now you can hear the pulley squeak even better. That's always been there since I've owned the car, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be there or not. It's never caused anything bad, but other than that, car's running mechanically well, and I will keep you guys posted on the future of the car. So I will see you guys in my next E39 Source video, and let's get this pulley squeak fixed. Come on, guys, let's do this.